Did really Holmes say that? Yeah, he did. He did. It's gonna get translated to. It's gonna get translated to NA to say "mum's the word." He said not saying anything is flower. It's the same terminology of if you just look pretty and not say anything, it's beautiful, right? But if a flower started talking, you'll lose that beauty kind of ordeal. It's the same concept of mum's the word, right? AKA, I'll keep it a secret for now, right? Like Holmes didn't say anything. Essentially, he says, I'm not going to talk about it. And then Sancho was like, that's a very respectable and amazing gentleman, as expected, but he'll probably figure it out once we get there. And then here it is. It's almost as if it was executed by impalement. That man is still standing there, impaled. It's soaked in fresh blood, howled and hit by the wind, its body shaking, a corpse that is hanging on a impaled stake, waiting to be decayed. But for some odd reason, it's still alive. Hmm. This place we're in. Isn't this place where the Restoration and the Rebellion came in at the same time? Right? Why is it still here? Why is it standing there? Still. Take a look here. Hmm? There's a rock. Why did you throw a rock and. Yes. It seems that whenever there is something detected near its surrounding areas, it would activate its noble phantasms automatically, naturally. I believe right when he was right when this person was about, right when Mister Count Vlad was about to go, I believe he made he created an alternative subfunction, or AKA what's the word? Spiritual manipulation or mental manipulation, right? Yeah, spiritual manipulation in order for this to happen. What a yeah, what a monster. Hey, that's rude to call him monster. That's not what I meant. I was talking about that his mentality, his willpower is what was the monster in this description. In that circumstances, in that situation we were in that confusion of chaos, what would you do if it were you and I? Only thing we had in our head was think. That's the only thing we probably had. Hmm. If we were to add more amazingness to Count Vlad, I too was thinking the same thing. I would think up to the point of self-sealing myself. However, anything after that, to even add itself a self-defense, so no others or no other fools would get near him, is something of an amazing nonetheless. After all, I am a detective. I am very good at thinking and hypothesis. I am never a hero that knows the place of war or battlefield. Um, however, that means we must deactivate this self-defense mechanism and yes, that's certainly a plot point. So we will now go on combat stance in order to fight and seal its yeah, attacking motions. You two will fire your noble phantasm at Master's discretion. Miss Protag, may I ask for your assistance? Of course. Leave it to me. Be careful. It's not a funny joke or a funny tale to be killed by your own servant, you know. All right. With this, currently, we need to make sure that Mr. Vlad has calmed down. Now, go! Understood. Well, my dearest, do exactly as I instructed. Back, back, back. Turn back. The book will now close. The dream you will wake up. Everything was just another fever you've had. Everything will be now reverted to the past. We will now throw our dreams away and must continue living on with the reality in front of us. Noble Phantasm activated. Reality restore. Oh shit, it's kind of a nutty Noble Phantasm. Toriste Suabe Alonso Quijano. Screaming, wonderful reality that is kind. Oh, interesting. It's the surrounding magical energy has instantly a tremendous decrease in counting. This, I believe Mr. Vlad won't be able to maintain his existence for any longer because of how low its magical energy signature got. Yes, that is the purpose of my Noble Phantasm strength. What? I see. You said going back, restoring to reality, you've told. So what you have done is that you have sent this Vlad to the Spain, 17th century. You've made him sent home, correct? Not in the special singularity, not in magic way, not in mysterious way. It's just a quite an ordinary. You've sent that person back to its regular, ordinary, plain, quiet, beautiful boonies. A land where once Don Quixote also resided in. Wait! It's as if you were to put him back into 17th century now. I believe his divinity or his quote unquote tails would be shot. Yes, I believe if we were to fight against the Age of the Gods or divinity type of wordings, we will probably lose to that aspect. However, director, this is merely an observational push towards the world concept of itself. It says, 先の宝具には剣天ももっと握られています。魔術も新品の、それともことない。吉野嫌がる陣痛じゃ、がを強制させる。So it says, however, the noble phantasm that it was derived from is nothing but ordinary. It's just a noble phantasm that is not observed by magic nor divinity or any sort. It's just that it would bring back memories of reality, memories of the boonies. It will revert forcefully a servant home to that location. And with that being the case, that means the contract with the master will be very removed instantaneously, and its own will or in its own corporeal body of magical supply is needed in order to anchor itself into this reality. Even it would nullify a quote unquote independent skill of sort. After all, in the 17th century of Spain, there was no existence of Vlad III, you see. Even if Moriarty were to use any sort of interesting abilities or capabilities and try to brainwash Vlad III, it would also, that concept would disappear too, like a dream. So we got Vlad back? PogChamp? Is that Vlad? It says, however, this is as far as we can go. In actuality, this noble phantasm has a fatal flaw. Wait, what? A flaw? Oh no! If we use it too much, we disappear as well. Ah, I see. That's why I feel so relieved and my body feels light. What the hell are they doing? They say something so preposterous. Hey, do something about this. No, what's happening? Yes, we have to stop our noble phantasm. Cancel, please, cancel. It's as good. It seems that it didn't revert or resulted in them dissipating. It's not as if, it's not as if canceling the noble phantasm erases its exposure completely. Yes, if Miss Sancho's calculation is correct, currently Count Vlad should now have the image or feeling or the concept of rebelling against the proper human history removed. Whenever it comes to its battle capabilities, it might be a 50-50 option, but dots. Vlad, are you okay? The fact that I would be asked by my master to see how I'm feeling. I feel like just now, my unhealthiness has swept away. It seems that you have reason, back to your reasoning, Count Vlad. Welcome back. And with this, do you know anything about the feelings that you're currently having against rebelling or going against? That's already been taken care of and solved for. It's not completely gone. However, I can suppress its emotions and concept with logic and reasoning alone for now. I must ask, what did you do, though? I sincerely thought that I'll be rescued probably at the end, after the special singularity has been resolved, but... you see, we gotta... We would love to give you a very gratuitous, detailed explanation of the shenanigans. However, we are on an enemy territory. Let us move to a secure location. I agree. I sweated for no reason. It's all happily ever after, isn't it? Indeed. What? What do you mean? No, you guys almost died. Disappeared out of existence, you know. This is my god. Is the realm of the royalty just self-proning for just destruction on its own? Ah, don't worry about it, Kadok. It's part of an adventure or journey. for you would say. Hooray for Journey! Hooray for Journey! Protag. Hey, make sure you say something to them for me. I can't handle them. Hooray for adventure! So you're gonna side with them? Gaze with an agreement, but doesn't show it in face.